I'm here to do a currently reading video, and I've got quite a stack for you. So, I will do these in no particular order, but I will start with this one. So, this one is called Number the Stars, and I'm about, how many pages? Wow, 94 pages, chapter 12. Good job, Jenna. I'm 94 pages through this book, and it's just a skinny little one. It's about, World War II, and this young girl, Anne-Marie, who lives in Copenhagen, and she is not a Jew herself, but she witnesses a lot of things that happen to Jewish people and tells the story sort of from a bystander's perspective, and it's really, really a very interesting perspective. So I'm really enjoying this one, and I'll probably finish it off probably tonight because it's got fairly big font, you know. It's a skinny little book, so it won't take me too much longer. So yeah, I'm enjoying that Lois Lowry one. And next up is one that I'm meaning to start, but I haven't quite started yet. So technically it's not in my to be finished currently reading whatever pile, but this is the Reptile Room, the second book in the series of Unfortunate Events, which I am doing a video series on, and I'm rereading the entire series for that. So I'm really enjoying these. I've read them all about 1,000,000 times. These are well-worn copies of my own books that I own. But I'm enjoying reading them from a new perspective and in a new light, because when you read something for a purpose, like I do for reviews, you get a different sense of the book. So I'm interested in seeing how my perspective of the book changes and maybe analyzing it a bit more, and I'm excited for that. Next up is a graphic novel. This is not a kid's book, it's actually a teen book. Ooh, it's all dirty from my bag, oops. Anyway, it's called Strong Female Protagonist, and this is a graphic novel. It's got no color, but it's very compelling in its stories. It's all about this ex-superhero almost, and it tells the story of how she is a superhero, but not really, but she doesn't really follow the rules of superheroism and stuff like that. So super interesting, super different than what I normally read, so I'm really, really excited by this. And look, donated by the Foundation of Youth to the Salt Spring Public Library. Woohoo! I love things like that. Then I've got one called Finding Wonders, 3 Girls Who Changed Science by Janine Atkins. And I just started this, and like literally an hour ago maybe. And I finished the first chapter, which was 61 pages long, and it was all about this girl in 16 something, in the 1600s somewhere. 1647 to 1717, that was her life. And it was all about how she used her dad's skill in art. She learned when she was a child how to paint, and she also, when she was a child, was endowed with this innate curiosity about the world around her, and she really became interested in caterpillars and how caterpillars turned from egg to larva to chrysalis to moth or butterfly or whatever it is, you know. So the life cycle of the caterpillar was something that she was really interested by, and apparently, according to this story, I'm sure it's true because it's a very scientifically based set of poems. It's the other thing is it's mainly poems. It's not a novel, which makes the flow of it kind of interesting. Anyway, it's a scientifically based book, so I would believe that what it says is true, and it says that there was not a whole lot of knowledge back then about caterpillars and the life cycle of caterpillars and moths and butterflies and silkworms and stuff like that. So she did a lot of good research, almost, just by painting the life cycles and by examining the caterpillars and stuff like that, keeping them when she was a kid. She had little like paper houses that she would keep these little caterpillars in and stuff, and just watch them grow and see what they would turn into, and it was very poetic and beautiful, and I really, really enjoyed it. So I'm really excited for the next one. The next one is called Secrets in Stone, and it's about Mary Anning, and this is a different time period, so 1799 to 1847, but still a very, you know, early on time period. It's not modern times, so I'm interested. This is about a carpenter's daughter, and this, the way they connect it back, they say Mary Anning was born more than a century after Maria Sibylla Marian, who is the caterpillar lady. When science was gaining ground, most people now understood that butterflies began as eggs, but there was still controversy about the origins of life on Earth. Mary Anning discovered patterns in stones, fossils that often showed that animals no one knew had existed had lived long ago in the sea or on land. So I'm just really excited about this book and how it shows that science is really important, and especially for girls. I think this is a great little feminist tale, and I'm really, really excited to finish it. Maybe that's a bit of a theme. I've got my strong female protagonist, 3 girls who change science, so interesting. Anyway, the next book that I am also reading at the same time as all of these other books is called The Apprentice Quest, and this is, I think, the newest series of warriors. So for those of you who don't know, there's The Prophecy Begins, The New Prophecy, The Power of Three, Omen of Stars, A Vision of Shadows, and The Dawn of Clans. Those are all series of books based off of these cats that live in clans in a forest. Or forest, moor, swamp, you know, wherever they live. And so it's all, there's 4 clans. Thunder Clan, which is the main clan, the one which the perspective is written from, Wind Clan, Shadow Clan, and River Clan. And they all live sort of vaguely in harmony, but with certain allegiances and ties and boundaries between the clans. And it's just how it shows how these cats have created a sort of society in and of themselves. Very much like primitive sort of clan behavior that you would associate with maybe some more prehistoric people. So that's really interesting, is the interpretation of how these cats could live lives. You know, it's an interesting perspective. I read all of the books, almost all of the books, when I was younger, and I used to play warrior cats, and I think I was like Cloud Feather, Cloud Paw, Cloud something. Anyway, so I just picked this up. I was like, I'm not really that interested in it, but I'll read it because more of a devotion to the series, because I read all the other ones and I just sort of felt like I had to read this one. So there's that. And then this last one that I am currently reading is a graphic novel called Amulet, and it's the second in the Amulet series, so it's called The Stonekeeper's Curse. And I read the first one, and quite a while ago, right when I started this channel, so at the beginning of the year. And I didn't really like it that much. But I talked to a kid, 5-year-old Ashton, or is he 5? He's probably like 7 now, I don't know how old he is. Ashton, one of my friends, who he's been reading this series, and he told me, oh, it gets better. Just keep reading, keep going, it gets better. So I did, I trusted him. I said, okay, I'll pick up the second book and I'll give it a read. And so I've come to a brief pause, an interlude of this graphic novel, which is this big mountain. And thus far, this first third of the book, I'm really enjoying. I don't remember any of the story from the previous book, but just I've been able to dive into this story itself, and it's just a quest, and I'm just in the middle of it, and it's quite engaging, and I'm really enjoying it. So that is the last of my currently reading. I hope you enjoyed this video. That's all from me today, and I will see you all next time. Enjoy your reading.